Hey guys, it's Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, share this video. If you'd like to make a donation, please do so. My Cash App and PayPal information will be in the comment section. Bear with me because I have a cold, so I may sound a little crazy to you. When you make a donation, I email you and we can either chat for a little bit in the email about your situation, or you can tell me a topic you want to talk about, whether it's spiritual or on narcissism, and I'll do a video response and I'll post it on my channel. So yes, that's how it goes. So the topic today I want to discuss, I heard it from a Christian, I guess, Jezebel narcissistic channel. Don't remember the channel name at the moment, but I came across it and I was like, dang, this guy is right. This is so true. And he said one of the indications that a narcissist is a narcissist is that they are of service to no one. And I was just like, damn, that is so true. And, you know, I'm not Christian, but I still listen to all kinds of people on YouTube or connect with different people in life. And I was just like, wow, that is so true. Narcissists are never in service to anyone. Everyone is it's like their little army, their little soldiers, their little elves. Everyone is to be in their life to be of service to them. And I did do a video called Don't Become the Narcissistic's Slave, but I went back and listened to it, and I don't think I elaborated on this topic. And I'm sure we talked about this before in other of my other videos, but I was like, you know what? I just went through this situation, so this will be perfect to talk about. So yes, I think one of our duties on this planet as a human is to be of service to people, not in the sense that you have to do it, but I feel like that's what the creator would intended for us. And you know, help the homeless, you know, help your neighbor. You know, this is how we survive on this planet, by helping each other out in the time of need. It could just be a kind word, it could be money, it could be, you know, a favor, anything, labor, you know, not that you have to do it. And because when you do those good deeds, you're putting that positive energy into the universe, and that positive energy will be returned to you. So yes, and you know, Christianity, they believe that. And I was just like, wow, this is so freaking true. So he also elaborated on how, you know, narcissistic husbands and wives, they're not of service, not even to their husband and wives. You know, they look at their husband and wives to have to do for them only. And especially as a wife in certain religions and also Christianity, that's like the woman's duty is to be of service to her husband. You know, I believe in even Muslim culture, all different cultures, you know, to be of service. And narcissistic wife would be like, I ain't cooking for you, I ain't cleaning shit, I'm not doing anything. And I was just like, wow, that is so true. And you know, even though I feel like I am more of a dominant outside of the bedroom and more of I am submissive when it comes to relationships. And I feel like that is part of relationships, is to be, you know, of service to your mate, to your partner. So I don't understand, you know, how people don't, it's so amazing how we don't pick this up with narcissists. They're not of service to us. And when they are doing something for us, it is a setup to gain more from us. So they'll invest that $5 because they're going to take $1,000,000 from you. Or they I'm sorry, my shirt is revealing so much, just don't look. They you can feel the energy. I used to be friends with this narcissist, and every time I asked him for something, it was like you can literally feel the hesitation of like, I don't want to give this bitch anything. You can feel that energetic pull, like they don't want to do it. They're doing it, but they're just doing it for, you know, whatever reason they're doing it for, to gain more supply from you. It's just an investment to basically use and abuse you. So I said, wow, this guy is right. And I literally just went through this with a narc. I guess I'm going to consider her a narcissist or a user, manipulator, whatever I want to consider her. But she did have narcissistic tendencies. So I was friends with this girl. You know, I always have a story for you. I was friends with this girl, and I guess her mask started to fall off about 3 years ago. About 2, 3 years ago, she got pregnant by her boyfriend, and I wasn't happy at my job. So she kept hinting to me, hey, like, are you going to quit your job? Because if you are, I would love to hire you to watch my baby. And I was just in my head like, I really did not want to mix friendship with, business with friendship. And, I was just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this. And I did it. I watched her child for 6 months. Through the 6 months is where I realized this woman's mask was falling off. And I was just like, whoa, this is who she really is. And I remember her own mother saying to me one day, I'm really surprised that you and my daughter are still friends. And, if someone's own mama says that, that's a big red flag. And I didn't really think too deeply into what her mom said, but I did know what she was talking about, as well. So, there were different incidences. There were different incidents that I experienced with her that was like revealing her narcissism, basically. And like for one day, I'm a single person, so technically I live by myself. My uncle and I, have a house together. He's on one side of the house, I'm on the other side of the house. So we do not share food or anything like that. When you're single, you eat out a lot. So I was, some days when I would go to her house, keep in mind, she never gave me a key to her house. So I was like stuck in the apartment with her child all day. It was like summer, it was nice. I couldn't even go outside because I wouldn't be able to lock the door. Like if I did, it would be like I can just sit in the front steps. It was like one of those situations, which I thought was really controlling and strange. And I had babysat for other people in the past who gave me keys to their house, their cars. I don't even have a license. I mean, money for food, all kinds of stuff. So I was not used to dealing with her and all of her control tactics and just weird shit, right? So I remember I was like, oh, I didn't get a chance to pick up anything for lunch. I can't leave the house. I don't want to order because then I have to tip the guy, and pay a delivery fee. So I was like, oh, let me look in the cabinet. And I saw that she had like cans of tuna. So I ate 2 cans of the tuna and I said to myself, oh, over the weekend, I'll buy 2 cans of tuna and I will replace it Monday morning. So I noticed when I went to go look back in the cabinet the next day, there was 2 cans of tuna missing. And I was just like, she made tuna? Like, I doubt she fed her whole family of 4, 2 cans of tuna. So basically she hid these cans of tuna from me. So this girl was hiding food. It was just like insane. It was just like this weird things. And then she said to me one day, because narcissists, they love to insult you. She said to me, oh, you know what? I think that you really should I really think you should apply for food stamps. Because I ate 2 cans of tuna. And this is supposed to be my friend. I didn't even grow up like that. My mom was not selfish when it came to food. And definitely not canned goods. I mean, it was just insane. This girl's mask was falling off. It was just like so many disgusting ways of her were being revealed. So let's go all the way till 2019, this year. So even after all that, fuckery she did, I still continued the friendship. And we began to hang out more, things like that. And she'll tell me, oh, I need you to be there. You know, it was her kid's birthday party, or she's having a family event, and I'm being the bartender, and I'm being, her assistant. I'm helping cleaning up and decorating. And this is what I'm saying. They will put you in a position to be of service for them. Okay. And you don't even realize it because it's really subtle. They come in really subtle with it. Next thing you know, you're doing God knows what for this narcissist, okay? You're their lawyer, their driver, you're their cook, you're doing everything. You're their assistant without pay, and they're draining you of your light as well. So she gets engaged. I think she got engaged like April and May of this year. So she hits me up. I'm like, oh, congratulations. I'm really happy for you. Great. So I'm talking about maybe a couple of days later, she was like, hey, I need you to find me a venue for my wedding. At this time, I worked in customer service, and I'm a hairstylist as well by trade. So I'm in my head like, why I gotta find her venue for her wedding? I just thought, I was just like, this bitch done lost her mind. I ain't look for no damn venue. And, whatever. So maybe 2 weeks later, she goes, oh, I found a venue. I found a dress. This girl was rushing. She wanted to rush down the aisle. She's like, oh, I want to be married by the end of this year. And I was just like, well, usually it takes about, at least a year to plan a wedding. You sure you ready to get married right away? She was not playing, guys. She was just like, I gotta get married right away. This narc was not playing. So, when I'm going to say this happened, yes, in August, I get a text message from her in August. And this is crazy because I'm someone who's always at her family events. All her friends and family know me. I'm basically was considered family. So I always thought if I got married, I would put her at my wedding. And if she got married, I wouldn't second guess that I would be in her wedding. You know what I'm trying to say? So I get a text in August, and she's like, hey girl, so the wedding's going to be in November. So he doesn't have, meaning her fiance. This is the text, guys. I can't put you in my wedding because he doesn't have enough males on his side of the family. So I created something called Friends of Honor, where I want y'all to wear the same colors as the bridal party, and y'all will assist me throughout the day. So I was looking at this text message. I read it about 5 or 6 times because I was just like, oh yeah, this bitch is crazy. I was like, yeah, this bitch is crazy. So I text her back and said, no, I would just like an invitation to your wedding as a guest. I will not be of service that day. And I used that word. And she didn't text me back. And this is how I knew she's not a friend. This is how I knew she was definitely a narc. She said, why don't you want to help? She didn't say, why don't you want to be a part of my day? It's important to me that my friends are all a part of my day. That's what a real friend would have said. But no, the narc doesn't give a fuck about sentimental things, emotional attachment. They just need you to be their bitch. They need you to be their slave. That's all she cared about. She didn't care that I wasn't gonna be a part of her wedding. She said, why you don't want to help? As if, bitch, you always help me. You always are in service for me. And now for my wedding, you're telling me no? That's exactly what her attitude was. And when you tell people no, especially a narc, that's when you will be able to see the real them. It doesn't matter if you told them 1,000 yeses and you're within your friendship or relationship. That one time that you tell someone no is when you're really going to see the true intentions and the true character of that person, especially narcs. And she said, why you don't want to help? And I said, if you like to call me, I don't go to work until 5 o'clock. At this time, it was around 3 p.m. And she said, no, my boss is walking around. I can't call you. She never called me, guys, because she knows she's full of shit. And, August went by. My birthday went by. October went by. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to this wedding, and I don't want this friendship. I don't. She started to write subliminal posts. This is what narcs do as well. They'll put all these posts on their social media. She started to write subliminal posts. I actually had an event in September where she never came. She never showed. And that just showed me who she really was. She didn't care. It's not her event. So she didn't give a damn. So I said, yeah. So I blocked her on everything, and that's how I ended that friendship. And whatever, her friends and her family still follow me on social media. I see that she got married. Congratulations to you if you ever come across this video. And you are always in service to